Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. Feeling a bit goofy still today, as I've been embracing, as I've been enjoying. And so, the double glasses are back, especially these red sunglasses. Admittedly, I actually tried to find if they were online somewhere to get them with prescriptions, because I would kind of really enjoy wearing these sometimes, just for when I'm feeling a little spicy, having a little bit of fun. What can I say? Anywho, I don't know what's going on, but I do know that when I started to have fun yesterday, when I started to enjoy recording and just having a good old blast, honestly, really, quite simply, I don't have to go any deeper. When I did that, well, performance improved. The numbers improved. People enjoyed this a bit more than my normal videos, and so I will continue. Would you look at that? Wow. I have to admit, it is late at night. Truly. I had a blast of a day, really. Earlier in the day, I went climbing again. Been climbing a lot recently. I'm gonna keep that up. Faux show. And then I went and I visited my cousins. They invited me over for a lovely afternoon/evening. And I just got to hang out. It was good to hang out. It was good to catch up. It was good to talk. It was good to make plans, let me tell you. We made plans. And you could guess what those plans will be. That's right, climbing. I realized that rather than wait for people to invite me to plans, whether or not those plans exist, whatever, I could instead be proactive and invite people to things that I like to do. If I want to go for a hike, and I go for hikes, well, invite people to that. I rock climb nowadays, and that's something that a lot of people haven't done, at least not in my circles. So when I tell them I rock climb and I invite them, let's go climb a bit, many people jump at the opportunity. So I like that. I enjoy that. So this Thursday, we're gonna go climbing. Thursday also happens to be the day that my family comes home, so I get to pick them up from the airport. Let's go. And I admit I'll probably go climbing again soon. I don't know why I'm talking so much about climbing, but I guess I'm more so just focused on the fact that I'm giving myself stuff to do. I'm making sure that I'm not just staying busy, but I'm filling up my own cup. I'm feeling good about just waking up in the morning. I noticed that I've been more social and I've had more plans within the last 2 weeks than I've probably had over the last 3 months. And that's really saying something. That's a lot. For a long time, I really was just isolating. I really was just cutting myself off from others. And not really even willingly or noticingly, if that's a word, I don't know. But I was doing it in a way that it was just kind of happening. I had other stuff to do or I made other excuses. And so being more intentional about saying what's up, let's make plans. Well, I've noticed myself be much more happy. I've noticed myself enjoying the vibes, enjoying seeing people I haven't seen in a while and talking to people I haven't talked to in a while, and I can't wait to keep doing it. Isolation is not the way to go. It's not. Sometimes isolation may feel safe. It may feel comfortable if that's what you're used to, but we thrive with others. We thrive in our circles, and our circles can look different, right? Like, you may love huge crowds. You may love huge gatherings. You may love loud environments, music, dancing, singing, whatever it is. And I encourage you to do those things. It's not for me, because what's for me is more of that one-on-one. I like to be with people, to get intimate. Wait, not in that way. Pause. I mean, like, have a deep one-on-one conversation and not just surface level stuff. And I know that I can do things alone. I know that, well, I've been alone for a long time now. But I don't have to be that way forever, and I actually do better with other people. For years when I was growing up, I was definitely thinking I was an introvert. And then I realized that I was more of an extrovert when I was with the right people. You ever spend time with maybe that one person or those few friends where you're just completely different? You're out of your shell. You get to be who you want to be. You're just real. You're high energy, you're fun, and it feels like when you're with that person or those people, you actually leave with more energy than you started. Like, you don't feel drained. Well, I noticed that with certain groups of people, and I noticed that, oh wow, I actually have this super high energy, and I could tap into that if I'm more aware, if I'm more intentional about who I'm with, what I'm doing. I like being that way. And so I make sure I could be that way as often as possible. Sometimes I lose my way. Sometimes, well, I get a little lost. I get lost in my own head and I forget what works for me. But another thing that I'm really lucky for, that I'm really grateful for, is that I could just notice how I'm doing. Awareness really is the first step to a lot of things. And just realizing that I haven't been at 100%, do you know how many people go a long time? Like, I'm talking years without realizing that something's wrong. They think that their life is just how it's supposed to be. There's some people that never realize. Like, what? I'm so sorry. It's not a realization you could give to someone. It's not something that you can force on someone. It's something that they have to realize themselves. They won't agree with you if you think that they're doing something wrong. But one day they'll see. One day they'll know. In my life, I never try to push that on someone. I never try to send them in a direction that I want them to go in. I used to be like that. And it would hurt when I would put in so much effort, so much energy, and then they wouldn't do what I want them to. And it's crazy to say it out loud, but that was the energy I was giving. That was the vibe I was giving. And when I realized that it's not about sending someone someplace, it's about helping that someone wherever they want to go, I became happy. I became fulfilled. I became satisfied. I became assured that I was doing the right thing. I knew that my role is to help people who want help. I know that my role is to support those who are ready for something more, for something different. There's people that I've helped over the years. These are some of my first clients, we'll call them. Even though at this point, they're more like best friends, if not family, really. And seeing how they were when we first met and how they are now, found people all across the country, all across the globe. Now they're moving across the country, getting jobs, starting relationships, finding love for themselves and for other people. You know how great that feels? You know how awesome that is? And these were people not who I convinced that they needed something more. They were people who were looking for it. They were looking for support. They were looking for something different. And in being in the right place at the right time to share what I have to share, well, it helped them on their journey. I don't take credit for everything that they've accomplished because in reality, they did the work. They did the work. They put in the time. They put in the energy. They focused on themselves and then they gave to the world. I don't take credit for that, but I do take pride and I do take joy in knowing that they've grown, in being a part of their lives and being able to say, I knew them when, and I know them now. It's a good feeling, let me tell you. Helping others, giving to others is such a good feeling. Oh, I love it. And I know this episode, I know this video, it's not quite what it was yesterday. Yesterday was honestly more of my unhinged episodes. I have a friend that we refer to those moments that I have as our goblin moments, right? And so yesterday when I made the video, I immediately sent it to them saying, this is the most goblin I've been in a while. I don't always share these versions of the videos, but there are videos that I send or videos that I record that are even more chaotic. Like music blasting, I'm doing something weird with my face, with my body, I don't know. But I'm just strange. And when I do that, it's a goblin moment. It's a goblin moment, and I love sharing those, and I'm trying to actually dip into that a little bit more. Like this angle, it's just my head with these upside down glasses. Like my bottom half of my body is doing stuff. I say bottom half, it's literally like here down is like my whole body. Sorry. It's doing stuff. I'd be weird. Anywho, I love those moments where my brain just kind of goes, all right, period on that idea. Yep, we're done. Anyways, feeling blessed. Pretty sure that's backwards for all of you, and it's straight for me. So, blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed, friends. I really want what's best for you. I don't know if I'll ever have more of you in my life. I'll never know if my role will be something deeper past these videos, and I deeply hope it is. I hope one day we get to meet. I hope one day we get to not just become friends, but we become family. I hope I get to see you grow, because that's just the best part about existing nowadays. I love growing. I love seeing other people grow, and really that's all that matters to me. That's such a lie. give me like 30 more seconds and I could find so much that matters to me. But like, I guess figure of speech wise, like, I'm gonna keep that in there. Anywho, I love you, homies. I do. You're pretty cool. I know you are. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for hanging out. And well, I hope you have a resourceful rest of your day. I don't know. Stay spicy. Oh, have a spicy rest of your day. Give a kiss to someone. I don't know. But actually, only kiss them if you, like, know them and you have consent. Don't do that, like, kiss a stranger type thing. This is being no-no. Apologies for any weird goblin moments. Honestly, the goblin is for me later. I laugh at these really hard when I edit them, when I look back on them years from now. So, thank you for bearing with me. Remember to always fill up with the love. Yes, always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you. Mwah.